Baseball looks calm until it isn't, and these moments prove MLB history is packed with chaos, danger, and pure disbelief. 20. Painful on-field impact. And right away, things get uncomfortable. A pitch comes in fast, way too fast, and there's no time to react. The ball drills the batter clean, and the sound alone makes the entire stadium go quiet. You can feel it through the screen. Helmets drop, knees buckle, trainers sprint out, and fans instinctively look away. This isn't one of those shake-it-off moments. It's raw, sudden, and scary. Moments like this remind everyone watching that baseball isn't just stats and highlights. It's a game where things can go wrong in a split second. Have you ever seen a hit by pitch that made you wince like that? 19. Cubs mascot eats a umpire. Just when you think baseball has rules for everything, it absolutely doesn't. During a Cubs game, the team's mascot casually walks up behind an umpire and straight up bites him. No warning, no setup, just chaos. The umpire freezes, fans erupt in laughter, and the mascot commits to the bit as if nothing unusual had just happened. It's bizarre, awkward, and somehow hilarious all at once. The umpire just stands there and takes it, probably questioning every life choice that led to that moment. Only in baseball does a mascot biting an official turn into an unforgettable highlight. 18 players. Attacked by a swarm of bees. And then nature decided to get involved. Out of nowhere, a massive swarm of bees takes over the area behind home plate. Not 1 or 200. Players back away, umpires panic, cameras zoom in, and fans slowly realize this isn't a prank. The bees cling to the equipment, cluster near the plate, and completely halt the game. Ground crew members don protective gear while everyone else just waits, stunned. There's something surreal about a professional MLB game being stopped by insects. What do you even do in that situation? Run, hide, or just hope they leave? 17. Dodgers fan loses $90 fries twice. This one hurts in a very different way. A Dodgers fan sits there with a massive tray of overpriced stadium food, those infamous fries that cost a small fortune. A foul ball heads his way, and instinct kicks in. He goes for the catch, spills everything, and food everywhere. Painful enough. But then, later in the game, it happens again. Another foul ball, another attempt. Another complete food disaster. Same guy, same suffering. The crowd can't believe it, and neither can he. At that point, you're not unlucky, you're cursed. Would you even try catching the next one? 16. Marriage proposal gone wrong. And just when you think fans can't get any bolder, this happens. During a live Dodgers game, a man jumps the fence and sprints onto the field, heart racing, security already closing in. He drops to one knee anyway, proposing right there in front of thousands of fans. The moment barely lasts seconds before guards tackle him and drag him away. He's banned from Dodger Stadium for an entire year, but here's the twist that saves it all. The woman says yes. What would you choose? A stadium ban or that kind of story forever? 15. Impossible ball trick. This next one feels like it breaks the laws of physics. A pitch gets fouled straight back, and somehow, instead of bouncing off a bat or glove, the ball disappears. Players pause. Fans gasp. Then the batter calmly reaches into his pocket and pulls the ball out. Clean. No setup, no trickery, just pure chaos. He casually hands it to the umpire, like this happens every day. It doesn't. Nobody's ever ready for something that ridiculous, and that's exactly why it's unforgettable. 14 pitch shatters. A car window. And this is why warm-ups still aren't safe. During pre-game throwing, A.J. Burnett completely loses control of a fastball. It sails nowhere near the field, flying straight into a nearby parking area and smashing through a car window. Glass shatters, people freeze, and everyone stares in disbelief. It almost looks intentional, but it clearly isn't. One bad release point is all it takes. It's a reminder that even before the first pitch, baseball can still leave a dent, literally. 13 snow game in May. Here's where baseball logic fully disappears. A game in Kansas City starts with miserable cold rain, gray skies, and miserable conditions. Then something bizarre happens. The rain turns into snow. In May, players are confused, fans are stunned, and the umpires don't know what to do. What should have been a normal spring game turns into a full-blown weather delay that drags on for hours. Snow during baseball season is strange enough, but snow in May? That's a moment nobody forgets. Snow in May? During a baseball game. If you're still watching after that, you might as well hit subscribe, because it only gets crazier from here. Alright, back to the chaos. 12. Adult steals foul ball from child. This one made a lot of fans furious. A foul ball heads into the stands, right toward a young girl. She reaches out, and a grown woman aggressively snatches the ball straight out of her hands. The crowd reacts instantly, booing loudly as the clip goes viral. It's uncomfortable to watch. Even players notice. Eventually, the little girl gets another ball, restoring some faith. Still, moments like this make you wonder what would you have done if you saw that happen live. 11 father and son hit back-to-back home runs. And then there's a moment that feels almost scripted. Ken Griffey Sr. steps up and launches a home run. The crowd erupts. Minutes later, his son Ken Griffey Jr. follows and does the same thing. Back-to-back home runs by a father and son on the same team in the same game. It's never happened in any other professional sport. Fans didn't just witness history, they watched a once-in-a-lifetime family moment unfold under stadium lights. That's baseball at its absolute best. 10 first pitch. Thrown by a nun. And this is where baseball goes from strange to unbelievable. A nun steps onto the mound to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. No big build-up, no warning. Then she fires an absolute strike right down the middle. Perfect form. Clean release. The crowd instantly erupts. Turns out, she's a former college softball player, and that muscle memory never left. The clip explodes online, Twitter, ESPN, everywhere. It's one of those moments that makes you laugh, rewind, and say, yeah, baseball really has everything. 9. Pre-game ceremony triggers. National security scare. This one went way beyond baseball. During the national anthem at a Washington Nationals game, military parachutists descend into the stadium as part of a pre-game ceremony. Looks harmless until government officials realize no one warned them a plane would be flying over the Capitol. Panic sets in. Authorities think explosives are dropping from the sky. Buildings get evacuated. Law enforcement scrambles. Only later do they realize it's the U.S. Army Golden Knights. Baseball accidentally triggering a national security scare? That's next-level chaos. 8 skydiver crashes the World Series. And somehow, someone thought this was a good idea. During a World Series game at Shea Stadium, a random skydiver literally drops into the field mid-play. Players scatter, umpires freeze, the crowd loses it. He lands near second base as he belongs there. The wildest part? The punishment is basically nothing, just a small fine and community service. That's it. No lifetime ban. No massive consequences. Just a reminder that the World Series once got interrupted by a guy falling from the sky. 7 fan wins $1 million from a grand slam. This sounds fake, but it actually happened. An Arizona radio station runs a contest. Pick the player and inning for a grand slam and win $1 million. The odds are insane. A woman gets chosen and predicts Jay Bell in the 6th inning. Then the game unfolds. Bases loaded. Bell steps up and launches it. Grand slam. Exact inning. Exact player. The stadium erupts as she becomes an instant millionaire. One swing turned a regular fan into baseball folklore forever. 6. Andre launches a monster shot to deep center. Now this feels like a crime movie. Andre, a dangerous switch hitter, steps in and unloads on this pitch. The ball jumps off the bat, carrying deep into center field. Outfielders turn, track it, but there's no chance that one is absolutely crushed. 51989 World Series earthquake. And just when baseball felt bigger than life, the ground itself gave way. During Game 3 of the 1989 World Series in San Francisco, a 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit mid-broadcast. The stadium shook, cameras cut out, and the city was thrown into chaos. Bridges collapsed, buildings crumbled, and damage reached into the billions. Yet experts later said something unbelievable. Thousands of lives may have been saved because people were inside the stadium or at home watching the game instead of commuting. 4. Curse of the Red Sox, finally broken. This one feels like sports mythology. After trading Babe Ruth in 1920, the Red Sox spent 86 years haunted by heartbreak. Close calls. Game 7s. crushing losses. Fans truly believed the team was cursed. Then came 2004. Down 3-0 against the Yankees, an impossible hole Boston did the unthinkable. They won 4 straight, crushed New York, then swept the World Series. The curse didn't just end, it shattered. 3. Disco Demolition Night. And this might be the wildest crowd moment ever. In 1979, the White Sox hosted Disco Demolition Night, inviting fans to bring disco records to be blown up on the field. Over 50,000 people showed up. When the explosion happened, fans stormed the field, tore up the turf, and chaos exploded. The damage was so severe that the team had to forfeit the next game. Baseball literally couldn't continue. 2. The craziest catch in MLB history. Number 2 might be the wildest catch baseball has ever seen. A fly ball to deep center sends Jim Edmonds sprinting back at full speed. At the last second, he lays out completely blind and somehow makes the grab. Absolute insanity. 1. The home run that united a nation. Number 1 isn't just a baseball moment, it's history. 10 days after 9/11, Mike Piazza stepped up in New York and delivered a home run that meant more than runs on a scoreboard. For one night, an entire country finally had something to cheer for. That's baseball unpredictable, chaotic, and completely unmatched. No other sport delivers moments this strange, emotional, or unforgettable. And if you think these were wild, trust me, there are even crazier MLB stories still out there. So drop your favorite moment in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned because this game never stops surprising.